So this is a Sprite Super Quattro DB. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll take you through these in person here on site. In the front locker, you have your gas regulator on the bulkhead, as you can see here. And then you have your gas pipe work coming down to the bottle itself. The pipe work that goes into the front of the bottle here is a reverse thread fitment, so you need to turn it the opposite way to a standard gas fitment, or a standard thread. Or bottle top, for instance, to release that pipe work out of the bottle. On top, you've got your open and close valve. So gas open is gas on, and gas closed is gas off. You can carry a maximum of 2 6-kilo propane gas bottles at any point on board the caravan. Coming down the side of the caravan, you've got your leg winder, or your leg stabilising legs. You'd wind these down to the ground and touch them on the ground. You'd never lift the caravan with these legs. It could potentially damage the floor of the caravan. You then have your water pump connection, which is very simple to use. Press the blue button down on top and release it from the side of the caravan, and you push it into place and release the button to lock it in place. You then got your pickup pipe that drops down inside the acque roll itself. Coming down the side, I'll show you how to fill the water system once we go inside the van, but you would need to make sure before you fill the water system up that acque roll is completely full of water. You've then got your heating and hot water fluid on the side of the caravan. You don't need to do anything with this. It's very simply there to allow the heating system to breathe, so you don't need to uncover it or put a cover on it at all at any point. You just leave it open at all times. We'll torque the wheel nuts before the caravan leaves site, so they've been tightened correctly, and they have already been done in our workshop. We just show you they have been done, just so you're aware of that. The battery in the side of the van is the 12-volt power for the caravan, and then you've got your mains power lead coming to the side of the caravan also, and that's connected to the power on site. I'll show you how to turn the power on once we go inside the caravan. You've then got your toilet flush tank at the back of the caravan. You'll open this up and you'll put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. In the bottom, you have your toilet waste cassette. You pull up your orange handle and pull the cassette towards you. The neck here turns out 90 degrees, so you can tip the waste away. The grey cap is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. On the back of the cassette, you have an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Before you use this cassette, you need to put 1 litre of water in here and a cap full of the blue fluid that comes as part of the starter pack. On the rear, behind the door, you've got your 2 fridge vents to allow the hot air at the back of the fridge unit to take some cool air in, and behind one of those as well there'll be a gas flue for when you're running the fridge on gas. Front left hand side of the caravan, you've got your last wind down leg just down the front here, and again just put that down to the ground and touch it on the ground rather than lifting the van with it. Going on to the inside of the caravan now, I'll take you through the control panels on the inside. So the first thing we're going to need to do is turn the main control panel on. To do this, press and hold the Swift bird logo on the left hand side of the screen here, and the control panel will come on. You've then got your water pump run, which I'll come back to in a moment. You've got your awning light for the outside of the caravan. You've got your internal lighting, which will control the dimmers at the front of the caravan. Oh, just there and just there. So that'll turn these 2 lights on over the top, and you can use the minus or plus arrows to change the brightness of those lights above the cabinets. They're classed as mood setting lights, as it was. We'll then go back to the home screen again. So you've got your lighting internally, which has been through. You've then got your power, so that'll give you your leisure battery voltage, solar panel if there was one on the van, and your vehicle battery voltage when you're towing down the road. Heating can be operated through here. I'll explain that in a moment. That's also your heating and hot water in there, but again, like I said, I'll come back to that in a moment. You've got your settings where you can pair your mobile phone to the sound system in here, and you can also set your times, dates, etc. in here, screen brightness as you'd expect. For a lot of this, I do advise you read the manual that comes with the caravan, as if I tried to explain a lot of this in person, it'd take me a few hours to complete. You've then got your radio for the caravan just here, so we're going to turn the radio on by pressing the mode button at the top here. You've got FM, DAB, digital radio. You just need to search for each station, as I'm sure you can probably imagine. And then you've got your auxiliary, so that'll run off the Bluetooth from your phone. And then you've got the off mode. volume control on this side, scan, and you can see preset your channels at the bottom. Again, for that we do advise you read the manual. You can also control your fridge through this control panel. So as you can see, you've got your different modes here, which I'll take you through in a moment. First thing we're going to need to do when you come into the caravan, like I said, is turn the power onto this control panel. You'll then come underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the caravan so you can fill the water system up. So you're going to find underneath the seat a yellow valve. That yellow valve is the drain down valve for the water system on board the caravan, so that needs to be parallel with the floor prior to filling the water system up. If that valve is upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, so in a position very similar to this, so upright as you can see, that will drain all of the water out of the system on board the caravan. Couldn't leave that open for too long as it would drain all the water out that I've already put into the system. Once that valve's flat with the floor, you come over to every tap on board the caravan and open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. As you can see, I've already done this, but you need to open all these taps up to allow the water system to fill. That's a sink in the bathroom and the sink on the tap on the shower as well. You'll then come to the control panel above the door and hit your water pump switch, and that will allow the water system to start filling up. Once you have water coming out the hot side of the tap on every tap on board the caravan, that will be the water system full, and you can start thinking about warming the water on board the van. So shut all the taps off. That'll be all the taps on board the caravan. At that point you shut back off, and like I said, that'll be the water system full. We'll then come to the control panel above the door, and I'll show you how to operate the hot water system and the heating through the control panel. For the smaller control panel here on the right hand side, we do advise you read the manual, but this again is very similar to this in the way it works with the heating options. So you've got your room temperature, water temperature, power setting, and your fan speed. So heating we'll go into first. So we're going to have it on manual for the heating at the moment. So that isn't a timer set. As you can see, you set a timer here, and you can set it, and you can also do it through the app. Again, for that we do advise you read the manual. You can then select your power source that you want to use. So you've got gas on its own, you've got a combination of gas and electric at the same time. So let me start again, sorry. So you've got 1000 watts of electric on its own if you're on a site with just mains power, 2000 watts of electric on its own, gas on its own, which will self-ignite on gas, and if it fails to ignite, it'll come up with gas fail on this screen. You then got a combination of gas and electric at the same time. So when you're on a site with low power, for instance 1000 watts, you can use the gas to boost the water system and the heating system on board the caravan. Again, it will self-ignite on gas as long as the gas bottle is turned on. You've then got 2000 watts of electric and gas at the same time. So we'll put it onto the one lot of electric for now. You can then control the room temperature by going plus, on there, and you'll notice it will come up on the control panel there. 30 degrees of room temperature is what the caravan will start warming up to. If you want to turn on your water heating, you can put on eco, hot, or boost for when you're showering on board the caravan. So you have eco, hot is the highest setting on this one, so you use the hot for when you are showering on board the caravan. So that is your heating and hot water system. Go back to the home button, and I'll take you through the fridge options. So you press fridge, and to operate the fridge you've either got auto mode, which as you'll see in a moment goes to the power source that is available on board the caravan. So it should automatically go to mains power, which is not showing up on the control panel there, but it is on front of the fridge. So as you can see, mains power. If you want to run gas, to operate the fridge on gas, you can select the gas mode just here. The fridge will self-ignite on gas if gas is available to use, and if it fails to ignite, it will come up again on the screen here to indicate it has failed to ignite. 12 volt mode is for when you're towing down the road. Now as you can see, it's just flashing up an error now. What that error is actually meaning is there is no 12 volt connected from the car you are towing with at the moment. However, once you're connected to the car you're towing with, that will not come up in that way, and it's just indicating to me at the moment there's no power source connected to that. So I'm just going to press confirm, and we go to 230 volt mains. 230 volt mains is the mains power on the caravan site you are on. So if you're off grid, you'd use the gas, which like I said, it self-ignites on gas and will come up on the screen and let you know when it's failed to ignite. The 230 volt mode, when you're on a mains powered site, that's the only power source you'll use, as if you use gas, it will use a lot of it to cool the fridge. To control the temperature of your fridge, 5 is the coldest setting. And if we go down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. At the moment, you'll see that it is saying the fridge is too warm. What that means is it hasn't cooled down yet. It will do as you leave it on for longer. Obviously, when it's just been turned on, it will still be warm, as I'm sure you can probably appreciate. So at the moment, it is in its cooling mode, so it won't be completely cold just yet. You can then go back to your home screen, as you can see here, and that will take you back to that main control panel. So that is your heating, hot water and fridge, all through that control panel, and your radio and your lighting. Microwave, hob, grill and oven all work very much like your household appliances, no difference at all there. And coming through into the washroom now, the toilet has an electric flush on top, which you feel from the outside, as we've already spoken about. So you flush the toilet with a button on top. You've got a red indicator light here that will illuminate when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, as you can see. However, when you're removing the toilet waste cassette from the side of the van, you need to make sure the toilet is in this position if you're looking above it. Then below the toilet, you have the grey waste handle. This grey waste handle here needs to be pushed over when you're using the toilet towards the shower. And when you're not using the toilet, we do advise you bring it back to the centre. This will stop any smells going back up through the toilet cassette itself. When you are removing the toilet waste cassette from underneath the van, this handle needs to be in the central position. And the toilet itself, as I said, needs to be in the central position also. So that is the Sprite Swift Super Quattro DB. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thank you for now. Bye bye.